Welcome back to the three pillars of a happy life. In our last episode, we learned how physical health, mental wellness, and self-respect are deeply intertwined, and how real happiness depends on keeping them in balance. But what happens when that balance breaks? When success in one area starts silently destroying the others? That's what today's episode explores, through two powerful real-life stories. Tom was a model of modern achievement, a high-powered lawyer, 42 years old, with a corner office and a luxury home. He had everything most people dream of, except peace. Behind the polished suit was a man running on fumes, living on coffee, skipping meals, and working long into the night. The gym was forgotten. Sleep became a luxury. His body became a casualty of ambition. Years of stress and neglect led to hypertension, back pain, and exhaustion. But Tom kept pushing, because in his world, slowing down meant weakness. Until one day, during a major client presentation, he felt crushing pain in his chest. Doctors called it a minor cardiac episode, but it was really a major wake-up call. Let's now look at the self-respect paradox. Tom's health was failing, but so was something deeper, his sense of self. He had built his identity entirely around his job title and accomplishments. And here's where many of us get it wrong. We often mistake self-esteem for self-respect. Let's clarify. Self-esteem is our sense of worth based on external validation, praise, success, social approval. Self-respect is something deeper, an intrinsic belief that we matter, no matter what. When life shook Tom's achievements, his self-esteem vanished, because it was never rooted in self-respect. And without that core, everything else collapsed. We'll explore the deeper difference between these two later in the episodes. But remember, if your worth depends on what you do, it's fragile. If it comes from who you are, it's unshakable. Now let's meet Jessica, a social media fitness icon with thousands of followers and the perfect body. To the world, she was the picture of health. But behind the filters, her happiness was crumbling. Her exercise routine turned into obsession. 3 hours of workouts, 0 rest days, extreme calorie restriction. Her healthy lifestyle became a prison. Over time, her body started breaking down. Fatigue, hormonal imbalance, injuries. And when a stress fracture forced her to stop, her entire world fell apart. Her identity, her worth, had been tied to her physical image. Then the mirror moment comes. Social media, which once brought her validation, became her tormentor. Every like mattered. Every flaw felt like failure. She realized she'd built a life that looked healthy, but wasn't alive. Her body was sculpted, but her soul was starving. Let's now look at how can we rebuild the pillars. Both Tom and Jessica began healing in similar ways, by rebuilding all three pillars together. Tom started walking again, cooking healthy meals, going to therapy, and reconnecting with people he'd neglected. He discovered that peace felt better than prestige. Jessica worked with therapists and nutritionists, learning to move for joy instead of punishment. She rediscovered her love for art, reading, and volunteering, things that nourished her spirit. In rebuilding their pillars, they both rediscovered themselves. Their stories remind us of three timeless truths. Lesson 1. Success in one area cannot compensate for neglect in another. You can't buy back peace with money or confidence with perfection. Lesson 2. Even positive goals can become destructive if pursued without balance. Ambition is good. Obsession is not. Lesson 3. Real self-respect creates real connection. When you value yourself, you value others better. You no longer love to fill a void. You love because you're full. The goal isn't to abandon success or health. It's to integrate them. To work hard, but rest deeply. To build strength, but show softness. To achieve while staying kind to yourself. Because when your body, mind, and soul align, that's when you stop chasing happiness and start living it. That's all for this episode. In our next episode, we begin our deep dive into the first of the three pillars, physical health, the foundation of your energy, confidence, and vitality. Until then, take a moment today to rest, breathe, and remind yourself. You are valuable, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Thanks for watching The 3 Pillars of a Happy Life. If this inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in episode 4, where we explore how nurturing your body can transform your mind and spirit.